So everybody want to get out of their 9 to 5. Everybody want to stop working their job. And they want to work for themselves. That's the dream. You know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of people saying it. I see a lot of it on YouTube. It's everybody's dream. It's everybody playing. They want to work for themselves. We done made people that made, you know, business owning a business and LLCs and corporations and all these entities, and everybody that created, they made it look so cool to have your own business. You gotta employ yourself, hire yourself, be independent. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with having no regular job though. Ain't nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong with having a job. Ain't nothing wrong with clocking in every day. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You might not like it, but you got to be grateful. You got to have some kind of gratitude. You got to appreciate it. If you don't appreciate your job, you're not going to appreciate working for yourself. If you can't work your job, you can't work for yourself. Working for yourself harder than having a job. It's easy to have a job. It's easy to clock in. It's easy to show up for work. It's hard to show up for yourself. It's hard to clock in when you for yourself. Because ain't nobody on your back. Ain't nobody pushing you. You got to be your own cheerleader. You got to do it for yourself. Look. It got its perks. You got to be a different kind of individual. You really got to go get it. It's way more stressful having your own business. This my story. How I guess little story, whatever you want to call it. This is how I went full time cutting hair. I was working at FedEx. I done worked FedEx like 7 years consistently. You know, I probably try something and jump right back into it, but that was a couple times. But consistently, FedEx, 7 years. That was my bread and butter. And I worked there so long because I liked it. Like, that was the job. Once I started driving trucks, like, and delivering packages, I'm like, man. And why I like that? I like that because it felt like I was my own boss. Felt like I was out there on my own, doing my own thing. I'm talking on the phone, I'm listening to music, stopping and eat when I want to eat. If I'm going to eat, going at my own pace if I want to. You know, and FedEx ground, you don't finish until you're not done until you finish your route. So, you know, I finish my route fast, you know, 20, 25 stops an hour, 100 stops, boom, I'm done. 4, 5 hours, boom, I'm done. Go home. Anyway, I'm liking that. Do that so I get comfortable with that. I'm doing that 7 years, boom. You know, that's taking care of the bills, you know what I'm saying? I was making decent money on that. I was probably making like, as time went on, like when I first started, I probably started at like, I was probably making like right at about 40 a year. Few years passed, I'm making like 45, then I hit 50. Then right before I quit, I was like a little bit over 60, I think I was doing a little bit over 60. This was 2020 during COVID. So my contractor, and I already understand the game, I respect it, like the best. This was the best contractor, best boss, best dude I could work for. Like, he was very understanding, very good person, very good dude. I wouldn't want to work for no other contractor, really. He was a good guy. I don't have nothing to say about it, nothing bad to say about him. So we got pickups. and you got these scheduled pickups on your route. Don't nobody want late pickups because they get off late. So yeah, like I said, you can finish when you want to, but then you got pickups. You might have a 5 o'clock pickup, a 4 o'clock pickup, 3 o'clock pickup, 6 o'clock pickup. Them pickups don't nobody want because you can't go home until you get that 6 o'clock pickup, then you go home. So at the time, I had like a 3 o'clock pickup. I ain't had no pickups at first, but then I wasn't doing something right. Well, I was leaving when I was supposed to check on people and stuff, make sure everybody was good, but people be procrastinating, so sometimes you'll be getting frustrated. Anyway, I ain't do what I was supposed to do, so they put a pickup on me. Boom. I had like a 3:30, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock pickup, something like that. Boom. I say, cool. Boom. Then they do like a restructure in the routes. For some reason, they get me the 6 o'clock pickup. And at this time, when I get home at like, I'm getting home at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and I'm in my garage cutting till like 9 o'clock, like 4 or 5 to like 9 o'clock at night, I'm cutting. So they put the pickup on me for that 6 o'clock pickup. I think it was 2 6 o'clock pickups. Put 2 6 o'clock pickups on me, boom. So then, 6 o'clock, you out there 6 o'clock, it's traffic. Plus you gotta do your pickups. And I got 2 to go to. So boom. Long story short, I'm getting home 7:30, 8 o'clock every day. Mind you, I finished cutting like 9. People ain't trying to get a haircut that late, really. They getting off work, they trying to get in and get out. Boom. Cutting into my haircutting time. I'm like, man, bro. Man, it's crazy. So what I do, so it's getting crazy, like, it's cutting into my hustle. At the time, I always cut hair at the house. If anybody know me, that's always been my hustle. Like, I get off work, like, for years. Ever since I've been cutting, I get off work, and cut people hair in the house. When I had an apartment, people come through the apartment, I'm in the dining room cutting somebody's hair. Boom. So I'm like, dang, bro, this messing with my money. Then on the weekends, Saturday, I'm cutting all day in the garage. So I'm like, man, then it's COVID, it's 2020. The garage pumping in 2020 because the barbershops closed. People looking for barbers. Like, they pulling up on they see me. I got my garage open. They see me passing by. They stop. Hey, woo, you cut hair? Da, da, da. So I give them cars. Ooh, I'm hustling at the same time, passing out cars wherever I'm at. So I add up my money. I think about it, add up my money. And I'm like, I'm making like, what I was making? I'm making like 800, maybe a little more a month on cutting hair. Just at the lowest, I'm doing like 800 a month cutting hair on my garage. So I'm like, shoot, I'm doing 800 a month in the garage. I say, if I go full time, of course I can make more. So I'm like, shoot, I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, this job, I'm like, how many times I done quit FedEx? I done quit FedEx a couple times. Bounce right back, hit them right back up, got back. I say, man, if I don't work here, I can work somewhere else. I done FedEx in Little Rock and other states. Like, I'm like, bro. I'm thinking about the turnover rate. I'm like, don't nobody want to run no route. That's why people be quitting, coming right back all the time. I'm thinking like, man, bro, I can get this job back if I want it. If I want to work here again, I can work here again. But I'm procrastinating, and I'm letting my talent and a business of my own, I'm wasting time on that. Because I really probably should have been doing this. All the thoughts I'm having in my head just constantly going. And I'm like, it's COVID, it's 2020. I'm like, man, that's in my head too. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna quit. Boom. Put a 2-week notice. Write it up. Boom. But I don't like 2-week notices. I don't ever like, it's just something in me because I done seen how people do people when people stop working or like when they quitting a job, or when it's their time when they finna leave a place, I see how people get done. So I ain't ever really like 2-week notices or letting people know when you finna leave somewhere. Y'all could be cool and everything, but when the fact that you kind of leave, sometimes it be like a cult or something they be having at the job or at a business you working at. Even at barbershops, like when you finna leave, they start treating you funny. Like it be a weird vibe. Anyway, I put the 2-week notice. It wasn't 2 weeks, but it was like a 2-week notice, and I gave them like a week. And I put the date. The date wasn't for 2 weeks, but anyway, I gave him notice though. It was like a week notice. I'm gonna be going on so-and-so date. Boom, whoop. And I know how they do it, FedEx. They usually, when you put a 2-week notice, that's another thing. When you put a 2-week notice at FedEx ground, since a lot of contractors, whenever people put in notice, they always do the contractor dirty. I wasn't gonna do the contractor dirty, but they expect, they don't like to play no games with that. So I knew when I put it in, they probably was gonna let me go that same week or the next couple of days. I put my 2-week notice, they let me go the next day. Next day. It was like I put it in like Thursday or Friday. No. I had to, because when I showed up. Anyway, it was like the next day, next 2 days, they let me go. My contractor, he come holler at me. He woo, man, like, you should have came and talked to me. You didn't even say nothing. You just put the 2 weeks notice and woo. And I was like, I mean, I cut hair after work. He know I cut hair after work. He know I be cutting hair. I guess he thought it was a hustle. I ain't take it serious. Which I should have took it more serious, but that's money. I'm taking shit anyway. But then in my head, I'm like, bro, you talking about I ain't talk to you. You ain't talk to me about moving me to a 6 o'clock pickup. Like, is this cool with you? You cool with doing a 6 o'clock pickup? You usually get home and getting off around 4:30, 5. Now you're gonna be getting home at 7:30, 7, 8. You ain't talk to me about it. You ain't tell me. So what I'm gonna talk to you about? That's just like, I'm get it. I'm an employee. It's your business. You gonna move the pieces how you want to move them. You gonna do what you want to do to make your business run how you want it to run. Like I'm looking at it like I don't have no say so in this. I know he always got the open door, but But from experience, when I see people come complain about these things, like for instance, the guy that was doing the 6 o'clock pickup at first, who was doing it, he had quit, and he was complaining about the 6 o'clock pickups, and he had been doing them for years, like 2 years. And he had been complaining about them, and they was like, yeah, we're working on it. We're gonna get that figured out. We're gonna put them in rotation, so you don't gotta do them every day. Woo, all this. I ain't have time for none of that. And I knew that's what was gonna happen. They was gonna sell me some dream. Yeah, we working on that. We're gonna put that in rotation. And I know they could have put it in rotation, because when I done worked for them in the past, because I had worked for this contractor when I first started, like 2013, 14. When I first started FedEx, and we had 6 o'clock, you did the 6 o'clock pickups. We put them in rotation, so you only did it like once every 2-3 months. You'll do it for a week and put it back in rotation. We wasn't doing that at this when I worked for them this time. They wasn't doing it like that. Anyway, that's what happened. Quit. Business just started booming. I'm in the garage, just started booming. I'm like, man, I should have been quit. Like, what's going down? Like, I'm cutting. So, then I hear about this barbershop. Boom. New barbershop opening up. Opportunity, whoop. They got a nice little build-up plan for your booth rent. Boom, free, 50, 100, 150, all the way to 200, then you boom. I said, okay, let me try the barbershop out. I could probably build, some people don't like coming to the garage. Some people do. But at the same time, when you're in a barbershop, you're in a place where people It's a go-to for people. Oh, it's a barbershop. I need a haircut. Boom, go to the barbershop. I ain't thinking about it. Go to the garage. So anyway, I go to the barbershop. I go to this barbershop, and I download. And I'm still hustling, cutting. But then the barber next to me, I start chopping it up with him. He talking about, why you don't download this app, the Cut app? I'm like, the Cut app? He said, yeah, I done got a lot of clients off of there. I got like 200 some clients. 200. So I like, man, I download the Cut app. I always have my alarm set for like 7 a.m. every morning. I got my alarm set so I can just wake up, just so I can get up. My alarm said, boom. I got a notification on my phone that morning. 8 o'clock, 2 clients, 8 o'clock that morning. I'm bad, so I jump up, get ready. I get to the shop, 2 clients. Matter of fact, it's crazy, cause the 2 clients, the first client that I got booked on that app, I'm about to cut him right now today, 12 o'clock. It's crazy. But look, yeah, 2 clients that morning. So I'm big. Then I'm still, grinding. The app start going crazy because you post your pictures on there, your profile, you boom, 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 boom. The Cut app worked for me. Some people got Booksy, Style Seek, but the Cut app took off for me. I got a lot of clients off the Cut app, still blessing me to this day. Boom, Cut app start taking off. My hand-to-hand combat, I'm passing out cards, boom, 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 boom. Internet, social media, I'm just going crazy. I'm just promoting. So I'm starting to pick up. And this is a matter of, this probably about 6 months right now at the shop. So then, my dream, my mind always was like your own suite, my own suite. You know what I'm saying? My private, on my own clientele, my own suite. So what I do? So I hear about Phoenix Salon Suites. Hear about the rent, booth rent. Boom. I see they got a little special going on. Run over there. Boom. Sign the paperwork. Put the deposit down. Boom. On suite. Move over there because my clientele booming. Clientele doing good. And this, I had been at that shop probably 9-10 months. At that time, was it? Anyway, by the time I hit my own suite, it wasn't even a year yet. I ain't even hit a year. From the garage to the shop to my own suite, I don't even think that wasn't even a year. If it was, it couldn't have been no more than a year. But I'm just saying how once I just started doing what I had supposed to been doing, it started taking off. Like, you supposed to been doing this. That's why it's doing that. You supposed to been doing this. So now it's taking off. Boom, 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 boom. It's quick. Quick, clientele, quick. This don't happen like that. You're a barber and you start not cutting, don't expect it to happen and take off for you like that. It don't take off like that. This is just God working for me. God blessing me like that. It don't happen like that. It don't happen like that. Cause mind you, it's 2020. Like, I'm just really got back in Houston. We had moved back from Little Rock 2019. So we was living in Humble. I'm cutting hair in my apartment. We moved to Katy. We moved to the other side over here to Katy. Boom. I'm opening the garage. I'm cutting in the garage. Like, I got a little clientele, but it ain't nothing to sustain my whole family, like in my household. But then boom, like I said, when I start just taking off. Well, I could sustain my household, you know what I'm saying, independently. But at the same time, the way I ain't even tell you how I set it up, yeah, I skipped over that part. So I added up my money and I was doing like 800 something a month, maybe a little more. Then I was like, okay, how much I got saved? So I had like 6 months of bill money, you know what I'm saying, plus my 800 a month. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my 800. Say I do the 800, I got this much money to put with that to pay my bills. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I ain't just quit with nothing. that's crazy. I ain't quit with nothing. You gotta have some money saved aside. You know what I'm saying? 3 months, 4 months. I did 6 months. Cause I gave myself 6 months. If this don't jump off in 6 months, I'm going right back to my job. By the 5th month, I'm going back to my job. So yeah, that was my plan. So yeah, did that, and it's been working for me ever since. Thank you, Lord. So now I'm on to, you know, the next thing. I'm on to the bigger and better things. Working on monetizing my business, working on monetizing my life. You know, yeah, man, working for yourself is a blessing. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of stress. You got to do everything yourself. You got to hustle on your own. You have to really invest in yourself. A 9 to 5 is easy. It's easy work. All you gotta do is sign the paperwork and show up. When you work for yourself, you gotta sign the paperwork and show up. But ain't no paycheck guaranteed. That's the difference. You ain't got no guaranteed money. This money not for show. The money is not for show. It's weeks I done took. Woo, you talking about stress. It's weeks you at work, like you in the shop, like, dang, you barely make your booth rent. You barely make enough money to pay your rent where you work. You like, ooh, what's going on? Like, you looking at you like, what's going on with my clients? You gotta trust God, because that next week he flood them all to you. You make all that money. It's stressful. It's stressful. Some months you don't make what you made the past few months. It's like a slow month. Like, you got time periods and seasons like that. So you should whole nother way of looking at money. You managing your money. It's teaching you to manage your money different. So now you saving. You gotta worry about how you save your money, what you spending it, how you spending it. Like, it's a whole nother money management situation. You gotta save if you want to be successful as an entrepreneur or business owner, whatever. You gotta save, especially in the beginning. You gotta save, because you gonna, like I said, you gonna be slow. You gonna have setbacks, all kind of stuff. That's another thing. Ain't no benefits, no days off, no PTO, none of that. You have to create that on your own. And if you got a good 9 to 5, don't look at what other people. Worry about yourself. If this been working for you, worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Have gratitude. Be thankful. Be thankful. Find something about your job that you appreciate, that you like. Don't let the job stress you out. Like, don't be stressed out. Just, this is what I do. Thank you, Lord. Boom. Like, I'm showing up. Like, this is my money. This is my bread and butter. Show up, bro. Show up. And don't stop complaining. Because if you don't got it, you gonna cry. If you don't got it, you gonna be sad. You really gonna be stressed out if you ain't got no job. If you can't make no money, you really gonna be stressed out. So stop complaining. Stop crying. Because if you ain't got no job to go to, you gonna start crying. You gonna be stressed out. I know people that killed themselves because they don't have no job. Like, bro, stop complaining. You making some money. You can pay your bills. You got a roof over your... Bro, stop. Stop complaining because you want to do this, you want to do that. Figure out a way. If you really want to do it, make a plan. Figure out a way to get it done. Take the steps. Make goals. Figure it out. That's another thing people don't tell you. The game is so... not told. So ain't nobody finna, if you ain't breaking, nobody finna tell you how to figure stuff out. I hate it, but I kind of understand it, because it's so much work that goes into, you know, being independent or doing certain things. It's so much work that goes into it that it's just like, if I give it to you, you're not gonna appreciate it. But if you go through it, you're gonna understand more. You're gonna be like, man, I got to really take this serious. I really was out. Like, I really appreciate this now, because if somebody would have just gave this to me, I wouldn't have took it serious. I wouldn't have struggled. I wouldn't have really built a foundation. I wouldn't have really known how to get it out the mud. I wouldn't have known how to really, you know, if I lost it all, I wouldn't know how to get it back if I didn't go through that. You know, it's a lot that go into, you know, that. But yeah, man, y'all appreciate what y'all have. You gotta appreciate what you have right now. Right now, you gotta have gratitude for what you have right now, in order to, you know, go to the next level, in order to go to that next, you know, pay grade, that next, you know, promotion. You gotta appreciate what you got right now.